Childhood Diabetes Type 2, Jacqueline Pierce, Method and Techniques of Teaching Health Education, Fall 2015.
The goal for this lesson. By the end of it, parents will know the health risks and ways to prevent the diagnosis of childhood diabetes type 2. Lesson objectives. Parents will identify the difference between diabetes type 1 and 2 in children. Parents will understand the risk factors for development of diabetes type 2 in children. Parents will be able to sort food according to two categories, nutrient-dense or junk food. Parents will seek willingness to take action in the prevention of childhood diabetes type 2. Objective 1. Parents will identify the difference between diabetes type 1 and type 2 in children. What is glucose and insulin? After we eat, our bodies break down the foods to obtain the nutrients that are necessary to keep our bodies functioning. Glucose is a carbohydrate and considered to be the most important sugar in the human metabolism process. Once glucose has been absorbed into the bloodstream, the body signals the pancreas to release the hormone insulin into the bloodstream to help regulate blood glucose levels. Glucose is then shared with cells to give them energy they need to maintain production. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes share similar symptoms. Both can cause individuals to experience symptoms such as thirst, hunger, fatigue, frequent urination, and blurred vision. One major difference between them is that diabetes type 1 is an autoimmune disease and diabetes type 2 is not. Diabetes type 1 cannot be prevented. When a child starts to develop diabetes type 1, these symptoms and the disease can progress gradually or suddenly. With type 2 diabetes, these symptoms can take years to develop and are easy to ignore, especially when children appear to be fine and healthy. Just like diabetes type 1, diabetes type 2 can cause long-term health complications if the blood glucose levels are not properly maintained. Objective 2. Parents will understand the risk factors for the development of diabetes type 2 in children. Children share the same risk factors as adults for developing type 2 diabetes. According to MayoClinic.org, there are 4 certain risk factors. These include weight, inactivity, family history, and race. Children who are overweight are at risk because they have more fatty tissue, which causes their bodies to become more resistant to insulin. When children are inactive, the body does not require as much glucose for energy, and any extra gets stored away. Keeping your children physically active helps their bodies by using this extra glucose, thus managing their weight in response to insulin. Family history increases your child's risk significantly. For example, a child that has both biological parents diagnosed with type 2 diabetes has a 50% chance of developing diabetes himself. Children of certain races are more likely to develop diabetes type 2 as well. These races include Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, Asian Americans, and Pacific Islanders, though it is not known why these races are at a greater risk than the others. Objective 3. Parents will be able to sort food according to 2 categories, nutrient-dense or junk food. Why food is important for children with diabetes type 2. The food you feed your children is very important when it comes to blood glucose levels. When children are consuming foods that are high in sugar, their bodies have to compensate by releasing extra insulin to prevent their sugar levels from jumping dangerously high. Over time, their bodies stop responding to insulin, leading to diabetes type 2. Nutrient-dense foods tend to have relatively fewer calories and contain important minerals, vitamins, complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Do not stress about making sure that every meal has all the vitamins and minerals they need to survive. Just be sure they are consuming a variety of colors and types of vegetables, fruits, and grains every day. comparing calories. For the next couple of slides, we're going to take a look at and discuss what 200 calories looks like. Objective 4. Parents will seek willingness to take action in the prevention of childhood diabetes type 2. Preventing childhood diabetes type 2. Now that we have learned about the differences between diabetes type 1 and 2 in children, you can help prevent the onset of diabetes. Keeping children physically active not only helps to maintain their weight, but to keep their glucose levels down and prevent insulin resistance. To ensure your children are consuming healthy snacks, aim to buy less processed food from the grocery store and instead stock up on fresh fruits, vegetables, and grains.